Hey guys, Retire on Dividends here, back for a weekly update on the Defiance funds. So this is the Defiance website. Obviously, if you click on the top and you go to the ETFs, this shows you what ETFs are available. There's a lot, they're getting big into the 2x, 1.5x, 1.75x funds. I know they strive, well, Sylvia said in a recent interview, everyone wants 2x. So anytime they don't have 2x, it means they probably got rejected on filing for it. So that's why they would have a 1.5 or a 1.75x. In fact, the 3x's are kind of outlawed at this point, but they do have, I think it's ProShares have it grandfathered in. They have all three indexes kind of grandfathered in. So lucky them. They have a monopoly for the triple leverage section. So anyway, let's get to the spreadsheet. Defiance did declare their distribution recently, this past week, and I did update the spreadsheet to show you what their actual yields were on declaration date. QQQY, 104% yield, insane. JEPY, 70%, insane. IWMY, 109%, again, insane. SPYT, QQQT, again, around the 20% mark. No surprise there. Even USOY, pretty good, 75%. So if you look at all funds, if you average these out, make sure the formula is picking up properly. Yes, it is. If you average them out, QQQY averages, since inception, 63% yield. JEPY, perfect, right on the spot, 45%. That's my favorite one. IWMY, 76%. 76%. SPYT, 20%. USOY, 61%. QQQT, 20%. So those are the yields. And now, if you're wondering what their latest distribution was, well, here it is. September distribution for all funds down the line. QQQY paid $345. That was a 38% increase from the previous month. JEPY paid $275, or will pay, I should say, $275. That's an increase of 64%. IWMY is paying $367, increase of 38%. SPYT and QQQT, again, there's not going to be much of an increase there because, unless there's big, price fluctuation. But based on the current price, they're always going to yield 20%. But both were small increases. USOY paid $1.05, or will pay $1.05, 37% increase. All right. Now, fund performance. How have they been doing? Well, we are now completed for the month, so we can use now the final numbers. QQQY made 62 cents for the month. Obviously, that is not enough to pay the $345. So that, of course, is what will dip into the net asset value, the NAV. So a lot of this will be return of capital. However, again, they're going to pay, regardless of what they make, they're going to pay typically the extrinsic income, which is the income for the risk and the time value and the options premium. Or it's just the difference between the total premium and intrinsic income. And intrinsic income is, how far in the money in price they went above, minus the strike price. Anyway, so they made 62 cents. They paid $345. So a little rough. Either way, total return for QQQY, 11.66%. So again, very impressive distribution. I wish they would have made a little more money. JEPY made 68 cents of the 275. Again, not that impressive. But, the distribution overall is impressive because they're back to yielding, very high. It means we had a very volatile month. Total return from inception, 12.1%. You can't deny those numbers. Again, that's without DRIP. If you did DRIP, obviously this would be much higher. IWMY had the worst month of the three. They actually lost 25 cents. So they lost money. They lost 25 cents. And obviously they're going to pay out a big distribution of $367. However, look at total return, 14.14%. Can't deny that. All right. Now, what do we got here? We got SPYT. Much, much better performance here. 68 cents is what they made. They only are paying 33 cents. So that is a capital appreciation of 35 cents while still yielding 20%. A good solid month for SPYT. Their total return is now 8.33% from inception. USOY also had a bad month, similar to IWMY. They lost 46 cents. However, they're paying $1.05, so obviously their NAV will go down. And their total return from inception is not good. It's down 2.54%. So, this is one I'm glad I did not buy at inception. Last but not least, QQQT. They made 78 cents this past month, and they're only paying out 31 of it. So that's appreciation of like 47 cents. Solid performance for QQQT. However, as you know, they launched at the very, I'm not going to say the very worst time, but they launched at a terrible time, and they've kind of gone down, right away. So they're still kind of recovering from that. So their total return is actually negative. It's negative 1.77%. I have no, there's no question that that'll recover over time, in my eyes at least. Okay, last but not least, I think the most important tab that people care about is the comparison of the premium income versus the payment. And only in SPYT and QQQT's case did they make actually enough or more to cover their distribution. So again, that's much better than last month. Almost every fund lost money last month except IWMY. And then previous months, obviously they did better. It fluctuates. But this past month, it could have been worse, could have been better, but it's just kind of in the middle. So here's the totals now. Capital appreciation, obviously they're all negative. That's going to happen with these funds. SPYT and QQQT, those are the only two that have a chance to have some type of capital appreciation, but as of now, they do not. Total distributions paid out right down below. So obviously, for example, QQQY paid out 31.18, but their capital loss is 24.14. So when you go down one to row 35, the premium income, this is how much, overall the fund has gone up. This is how much premium they actually made, 704. So although, you lost capital appreciation of $24, they paid out $31 in distributions. So, that tells me that they made, they made $7 in premium income. JEPY from inception made $7.26. IWMY made $8.57. SPYT made $1.67. And USOY, those are still in the negative. Now, the latest yield, obviously that's updated. We talked about the yields. But the amount to reinvest, this number got changed, right? And this number changes with the new updates to these latest distributions and latest income. So I'm showing the latest, amount to reinvest percentage-wise per fund. QQQY, you'd have to reinvest 77%. JEPY, 70%. IWMY, 74%. SPYT, 16%. USOY and QQQT, again, these are kind of, I meant to default that to 100%. I shouldn't go greater than 100%. Obviously, you can't reinvest more than what you're getting, but I'll fix that. I know I said that last time. But someone did have a question for me last time. Why should anyone have to reinvest into SPYT? Well, the reason I say that is because they did still, they made, I show that they made $1.67 in premium income, but they paid out $1.99. So I'm showing that, yes, there's still a percentage there that's showing they did not, like if they were capital flat, they would not have to reinvest anything. Or if they had capital appreciation, they would not have to reinvest anything. But since there's capital depreciation here, then that's why I'm showing there's an amount to reinvest. Only 16% for SPYT. That should go to zero eventually. These funds are really, really good, but you never know. If the market could tank, they kind of, or the market could do well. It can go either way, but I'm not too worried about SPYT and QQQT. So that's it for this tab. I want to go to the status tab. As usual, I update this during the video. I don't know if that's annoying, but let's get to it. QQQY, last time I looked, 5.1 million shares, 5133. Let's see if the website is updated. 5333308. Okay. They had an increase. 5333308. Okay, that didn't work. 5333 303 or 8. Oh my god. 308. Okay, so that's that one. And then JEPY 2224. Let's go to the website and go to ETFs. And we click JEPY with our fat fingers. And let's see what comes up. 2174979. That is a decrease. 2174979. 2174979. Okay. So QQQY had an increase in shares. JEPY had a decrease in shares. All right. You're up, IWMY 3041. Let's see what they got. I think they'll go up. People love IWMY. What the hell? Stupid website. All right. Click it now. Of course, it's not working. Why would anything work? Ay, ay, ay. There it is. All right, IWMY 3116648. Increase. Boom. 3116648. Okay, what do you think of SPYT? Definitely an increase in SPYT. They have 2550. We'll go to them. Might as well backspace again here. So what do we say? SPYT. They got 2525 and decrease. What the hell? All right, pretty good. USOY has 700,000. Nice even numbers. Because they didn't have a reverse split. What the hell's USOY? There it is. So USOY 750,000. That is a 50,000 increase. That's pretty damn good. So yeah, a lot of these funds do fluctuate. QQQT, I would expect an increase there as well. They had 650,000. So if we click on them, their outstanding shares shows the same amount, same number, 650,000. So, okay, what's the standings? Well, QQQY still in first place. They cannot be catched, but IWMY is, shortly behind them. And then JEPY and then SPYT is coming up. They got 50 mil already, so that's pretty impressive. QQQT is a little slower maybe than what they thought. And USOY, not surprised that they're kind of slow building up too. But so yeah, that's the update on Defiance for the weekly distributions. Not weekly distributions, but for covering their monthly distributions this week. Obviously, their coverage on how they performed, how much they made, and so forth. So overall, a pretty impressive payout. This is the first true payout post reverse split from the top 3 funds. And everyone was, I think, more than surprised. Some people say, yes, this is awesome. Some people say, damn, they're paying out too much. But again, it is what it is. It's pretty simple. They pay out the extrinsic income. I don't run the numbers anymore. I used to do it on a daily basis. Obviously, Max Convexity, I don't think he does it daily anymore, but he does it pretty frequently. So you can if you want to understand extrinsic income, go check out his channel. He covers that. Or you can just ask him. Sometimes he goes live as well. But I'm not as involved with these funds. Obviously, I do understand them. I covered these way back when. You can always check my older videos. It should explain it there as well. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you were entertained. If not, we will try again next week. All right. Thank you guys for watching. And, you probably want a keyword, right? Key freaking word. Keyword. What do you think? Who gets the frickin'? I don't know. Who gets the frickin'? I guess frickin' IWMY, right? Because they're the ones that had the worst income this month. They did good last month, but this month, you know, what have you done for me lately? They lost 25 cents. They paid out the biggest distribution. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, all you do is type in frickin' IWMY, because, you know, we all love IWMY, but sometimes we got to yell at them, frickin' IWMY, even though they have the best total return. But yeah, hopefully they do better next month. All right, guys, I am out of here. I hope you guys have a great weekend, great day, whatever you guys are doing. Take care. Later.